What up? It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. Happy Halloween, y'all. I'm on my chilling time as a parent. I'm Uncle Phil. A couple man stuff, but little man will be getting his first Halloween this time outside. 'Cause last time he was on the weather and it wasn't go out. So anyway, today I'm gonna do a special Halloween kill count reaction. We're gonna check out Halloween Ends. So. Halloween Ends got a lot of mixed review, but I like enjoyed most of it as well too. It has some mixed emotion, but not because of the film, but it's like some of the context of it as well too. And remember, I told you that it was like a kill that probably didn't get they got counted on the last one. They're going to get reverted again. We're going to see that as well too. But anyway, without further ado, let's check out Halloween Ends. Let's get it.
Hey, hope everyone's having a great October. Just wanted to remind you that all of our non-kill count content is over on Dead Meat Presents. That means the Dead Meat podcast, which comes out every other Wednesday. The weekly horror news and channel updates live stream I do every Monday morning. Various interviews, like the ones I just did for Terrifier 3. All the ranking videos, all the cut comparisons, the Horror Royal Rumble every January, and the Dead Meat Horror Awards every spring. There's also They Talk, future production tales from hell, gaming live streams, just all sorts of shit. We're gonna be focusing more on Dead Meat Presents in 2025. We got a whole lot of ideas for new series that we want to try and that we think you'll love. Subscribe over there so you don't miss any of it. All right, now enjoy this kill.
Definitely check that out. All right, looks like you already subscribed already. All right, so I see you got the words and you got this one called Halloween in Wrestling. I might check that out today, possibly. Anyway, let's keep going.
Count that I know you've all been waiting for. Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Halloween Ends, released in 2022. Halloween Ends is the 13th film in the series and the third and final installment in Blumhouse's trilogy. Set 4 years after the last movie, it follows a Haddenfield outcast who inherits the evil of Michael Myers. Director David Gordon Green and co-writer Danny McBride brought Halloween back in 2018. They initially envisioned a 2-movie story before realizing they had enough material for a trilogy. Or so they say. Kills and Ends were written simultaneously with different writing teams. Ends was co-written by Paul Brad Logan and Chris Bernier, the first feature credit for both of them. Halloween Ends is a contentious film, to say the least. Halfway through the premiere, I leaned over to Chelsea and said that people were gonna hate it. I was mostly right. Reaction was so negative from some fans, they started praising Halloween Kills in retrospect. It made less at the box office than both its predecessors, and left fans and critics disappointed. Common complaints were the sudden inclusion of Corey Cunningham as a focal character, and the lack of cohesion with the previous two
It was like, I thought he was going to be like, they kind of make it seem like he's going to like the next Michael Myers or something like that, or the predecessor or something like, the successor or something like that.
Took place over the same night and were more traditional. 2 years after its release, my own opinion is still split right down the middle. I honestly can't tell you if I dislike it more than I like it, or vice versa. Like many others, I too wanted a satisfying conclusion to the trilogy, and in that regard, this movie is a total miss. But at the same time, Green gets great performances like always, from the main cast and all the little side characters who shade in Haddenfield. And it's trying something new and ambitious, which I've gotta respect.
David likes to refer to it, he's making an indie love story in the middle of a horror movie.
Was this the right time or place to do such a thing? Maybe not, but people said that about Season of the Witch too, and that movie absolutely fucking rules. So yeah, this might not be a good movie to cap off a trilogy, but at the very least, it's an interesting addition to the franchise. Maybe I do kinda sorta like it? Probably helps that I'm not precious about the Halloween series. I find most of them dull and repetitive. So I can appreciate the swing this movie took. It is, if nothing else, as John Carpenter described it, a departure. How many people will meet their... Oh, trick-or-treaters!
Hold a second.
Trick or treat.
Alright, I'm back.
Zoran,
Let's keep going.
we can't do this every year,
Zoran.
man.
Who's Zoran?
Listen, man, I don't have time for this, okay? What can I give you to... Here. How about the Chairman Pro package from today's sponsor, Manscaped? Its star is the Chairman Pro Foil Shaver, with a contouring head to adjust to your face and interchangeable skin-safe blades. The 4-blade foil for a close shave, and the stubble trimmer for when you want to keep things a bit more rugged.
I'm 8.
Plus, it's got 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge, a travel lock, and it's waterproof.
Bro, you should have like candy or something.
And when you're done trimming, the package includes the Face Shave Soother. Yeah, to hydrate your skin, defend against any ingrown hairs, and soothe any post-shave irritation.
I guess I'll hold on to this for like a decade.
Well, believe me, you'll thank me then. How does Zoran look so short?
Lord.
Mom, can we not do this house next year?
Treat yourself to an upgraded grooming routine with the Chairman Pro package and use promo code KILLCOUNT20 for 20% off your order. Plus, free international shipping at manscaped.com. How many people will meet their Halloween end in Haddenfield? Let's find out and get to the kills. The movie begins on Halloween night of 2019, exactly 1 year after the events of the first two
one.
movies. When last the town of Haddenfield saw Michael Myers, he was overcoming a mob of people like Big Show in a Royal Rumble spot. Oh yeah, and then he killed Judy Greer, that bastard. Wholesome Hardy Boy Corey Cunningham has agreed to babysit for the swanky Allen family. I love their costumes, a flapper and
okay. Now I get why he called him off. I was just realizing because I heard he was in the Hardy Boys series. That's why he said that.
Train engineer. The parents warned Corey that little Jeremy's been wetting the bed lately. She blames the past year's events.
You know, the headlines of Michael Myers.
I love the idea of Michael looming over Haddenfield like a ghost, a specter, a shape. Michael ain't Corey's biggest problem though. Unlike the lovable Julian in Halloween 2018, Jeremy's a little asshole.
I don't really feel like pretending to be best friends with an ugly ass boy babysitter.
When both the kid and the
there was a lot of mixed reviews about what's about to happen because of the kid's character. You know how I feel about kids getting killed or anything, and but at the same time, a lot of folks were saying it was like warranted.
The kitchen knife go missing, Corey starts to think the boogeyman's back in town. This house is such a good setting. It's got a great design and layout that lets the camera play around in the space. Say what you will about the rest of the movie, this opener is an excellent horror short. But Corey's not really in danger. This is just a prank from Jeremy, who locks him in the attic upstairs. The big bad babysitter huffs and puffs and tries to kick the door down right as the kid's parents get back home. Well, that's not good timing.
Damn it.
What was that?
Holy shit, neither was that! Wow, what an opening kill. One of the most shocking moments.
Yeah, that shit fucked with my head a little bit, because one, kids can kill. Two, how this looked the thing. But then like, a lot of folks saying that, saying stuff like, the little shit deserved it because he's being an asshole. And that, like, kids are going to be kids, man. It was just a whole fucked up situation, I'll put it like that. This whole situation, that first part was just totally effed up. Totally fucked up, for real.
I've had in recent
comments with the kid, you know, because, you know, you may know it never happened if somebody played hide and seek in a house like that, and you may, or try to open the door to get yourself out, you might hit somebody, kid. It's just, you know, it definitely messed with my head a little bit.
Years at the theater. To achieve this prime rib nominated kill, production created a fully articulated silicone dummy of actor Jackson Goldenberg. While Jeremy might have been a little shit, Goldenberg seems delighted to have been on set.
Crazy makeup, crazy yelling, and crazy dying.
Crazy dying.
He originally had a different death, but when they found this house in Savannah, Georgia, they rewrote it to make use of its spiral staircase. I love how intense this opening is. Oh, and then the push-ins on everything, it's great. Him with a knife, her screaming, title card! A series of jack-o'-lanterns burst out of each other in another fun twist on the original movie's opening credits. Some pumpkin guts take us into a narrated recap of this whole Haddenfield mess.
He took our dreams and turned them into nightmares.
We're reminded of many a kill and many an evil dies tonight as the movie sets itself up to be an epic conclusion to 4 films and 40 years of story. Too bad it is not. Laurie says that after he killed her daughter Karen, Mikey My went bye-bye and hasn't been seen since. But in his absence, Haddenfield succumbed to fear and hatred. His evil was contagious.
The suffering Michael caused became an infection, passing on to people who never even crossed his path.
If you want to get more wasted than Carpenter writing Halloween 2, drink every time you hear the word infection in this movie. Laurie's tour of the town includes 2 safari sweethearts found pooched in their car. It also, unfortunately, includes the mother of Oscar, Allyson's friend from the first movie. She discovered his body in Halloween Kills and joins him on the count wearing his costume.
Oh, I never. Wow, I didn't realize. Maybe I did time. I've been watching it a while. I didn't realize that's how I was supposed to be. That I was hanging right there. Wow. Oh, that's sad right there.
We catch up in the present, 4 years after Michael's massacre, so 3 years after Jeremy got a lesson in gravity. Lori and Allyson live together in a house adorned with memories of Karen and Ray.
It's their wedding rings.
Lori's going all Gal Weathers and has a final girl book deal, while Allyson's going all Laurie Strode and spends her time at Haddenfield Memorial. According to Lori, they're living their best lives now, which is frankly weird to see. I know 4 years is enough time for someone to change. I'm not a baby who thinks people can't change, but it's still strange seeing Laurie Strode so cheery and domestic. It's reflected on the soundtrack when she's at the grocery store. In the background, you can hear Don't Fear the Reaper, the same song that played when she drove around smoking weed as a teenager, but it's a Muzak version coming over the store speakers. It's been domesticated and tamed, just like Laurie has. David Gordon Green was inspired by Jamie Lee Curtis in real life as a healing figure. He wanted to see the character having processed some of her trauma and trying to be more optimistic. That's fine, mostly, except for when she says she's baking pies as a Halloween tradition. What tradition? Just 4 years ago, the Halloween tradition was mannequin target practice. Conversely, Corey's life sucks. He still lives in Haddenfield, where everyone gives him dirty looks and or tries to run him over. His mom Ruth doesn't help with how overbearing she is.
Boys who keep secrets don't get custard for dessert.
The only halfway decent person in his life is his stepdad Ronald, who employs him at his junkyard and gifts him a motorbike. Corey goes on a chalky milk run. We saw in the opener how much he loves his cow juice, but it leaves the poor kid open to bullying.
Bring a little milk.
Leave him alone, he wants strong bones. Terry here is trying to hey Mr. Corey for some beer, but when he refuses, Terry unleashes his gang of aggressively Gen Z band kids.
Killed a kid and too pussy to buy some fucking
Guys, you know what?
Right. Yo, this was genius. Like, yes, they didn't have the typical jocks. They showed that even band camp folks can be assholes as well too. Like, I mean, they're just as much of a jock. They think they are just as hot shit as a jock as well too, because you know they're part of the band. Anybody that's part of anything school wise as well too will think they're hot shit. Whether cheerleading, jocks, folk as athletes, or even bands as well too. If you see on American Pie band camp movie, it wasn't like typical band geeks. There was assholes that was in the band camp as well too that thought they was hot shit and all that because they talented. You know, if you have any kind of talent and stuff like that, you're gonna feel like you hot shit for real. So this was like totally genius that they switched it up a little bit.
Characters to be jocks, but I respect this insane decision. At least one of these fuckers is in Drumline. Center Snare do be like this. Corey hulks out on his yoo-hoo, leaving him a boo-boo. Aw, and then they push him into the broken glass? Not a great day to be Corey. Laurie Strode happens to pass by and encourages Corey to get up to some monkey business. She knows what it's like to be hated in Haddenfield, since some people blame her for Michael Myers.
Here we go.
Do you see what he did to my sister?
Well, that depends. Who's your sister? Oh, come on!
Hold up!
Yo, this right here. There you have it. The mirror says to kill that. Might get revert. This is it. I remember I seen it. I'm like, Martin, hold up. Like, how, Sway? How? For real. How the hell she survived that? What the hell? Yeah, go back to that. Yeah, how the hell she survived that? Tell me how.
What he did to my sister?
Well, that depends. Who's your sister? Oh, come on! Motherfucking Sandra? The chick who got a fluorescent light bulb in her neck? How the hell is she still alive other than to just fuck with me? We literally nominated her for Best Kill at the first ever Dead Meat Horror Awards. This is the second time you've gotten me, David Gordon Green. This is Frank's fake out neck stab all over again.
Hey.
Ugh. Hi, Frank.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
Laurie takes Corey to the doctor's office where Allyson works. He's treated by her douchey boss, Dr. Mathis.
Sergeant, what are you doing?
Dude, that was so clearly not her fault. Allyson instantly goes from 0 to 80 for the core man.
Oh, a motorcycle. Teach me to ride it?
Damn, dude, she must be craving a milk mustache ride. Matchmaker Laurie encourages it, so Allyson follows up by visiting Corey at his junkyard job. Nothing like scrap metal to get the juices flowing, so they make a date for a Halloween party that night. Corey shows up dressed as a scarecrow, probably hoping Allyson would come dressed as Pearl. She doesn't, but he does get some action right away.
Hey, Scarecrow. See anything you like?
Lord.
That's Nick Castle in a cameo, the guy who played Michael Myers in the OG.
Wow.
He is, of course,
I think I kind of heard about that. I think I heard that he had that appearance. I'm trying to figure out who was that. So it was that guy right here. Wow.
famous line from that movie.
See anything you like?
This soiree is hosted by the bar's owner, Lindsay Wallace, played once again by Kyle Richards.
Nice,
She
yep.
survived her attack in Halloween Kills and has grown close to Laurie and Allyson in the 4 years since. She also ships Allyson and Corey and helps them loosen up with some
Nice.
liquid courage. Pretty soon, they're having photo booth montages and dancing like demons. Oh man, you know
was
it's
having
so
so
sticky
fun,
down
too.
there. Without the music, the place is sounding like... Good times are cut short when Corey runs into Jeremy's mom.
I thought you might have said you were innocent, but I know you. I know it was no accident.
Who comes to a bar to
Right.
rant about their dead kid? Really bringing the vibe down, lady. This is no place to mourn. You've got hollow rockabilly blaring and people rolling all around on the floor. The
Yeah.
confrontation sours Corey's mood and he lashes out at Allyson for bringing him here. She explains her attraction to him. She can relate as a fellow outcast.
When I saw you the other day, I just saw a person just trying to figure it fuck out.
But he points out they're different. She's the final girl, he's the killer. Wait, why is she holding her hands like that? Can he get small and hop into her palms?
Lord.
Corey ditches her and walks home, where he's confronted by the returning band bullies. Oh
Lord,
man,
these guys
I'm gonna tell
again.
my kids this was Judgment Day. They begin to
Lord.
shove and shout, and it escalates in a full-on attempted murder when Terry throws Corey off the bridge. The kids flee the scene while an injured Corey is dragged into the dairy underground.
Come here!
Now, kids, you may have
Had to do it.
forgotten that this is in fact a Halloween
Right.
movie. I mean, hell, even Season of the Witch showed Michael Myers 20 minutes in. But we're now 40 minutes deep, and it's finally time to
we
beat
go.
that bleach Shatner mask. Thing could use another bleaching too. Returning makeup effects artist Christopher Nelson didn't just want to recreate his work from 2018 in Kills. Instead, he made Michael's mask grungier while maintaining its silhouette, stripping it down to bare latex on one side. Much like a Ninja Turtle, Michael's taken to living in the sewers, specifically in a wall crack? What is that?
Right.
A little shape rift? Instead of killing Corey, Michael challenges him to a staring contest. Then he, I don't know, sees into Corey's soul? What the
Right.
fuck is happening right now? Is Michael downloading Corey's memories? Or did he just infect the kid, drink, since he survives to stumble out of the sewer? Ha, that's our Michael Myers, always letting people live. Wait a minute. Maybe Michael's transferred his being into Corey? Is Corey Michael Myers?
I'm Michael Myers.
Okay, sure. I'm Michael Myers too. This homeless guy tries to stab Corey, but a reverse Uno sees Corey stab the guy instead, killing him. So, at the very least, Corey's inherited some of that Myers murder mojo. Really seems to be the case when Laurie sees him out her window, standing there looking more Myers than a baloney named OSCAR. Corey's here to apologize to Allyson.
I killed someone.
And confess to killing that homeless guy? Or wait, is he talking about Jeremy? Because, yeah, dude, she knows. Everyone knows he killed that kid. I do think it's Jeremy he's talking about, since he takes her to the abandoned Allen home. He shows her the leftover splotch of Jeremy, and that works up an appetite, so the two head to a diner. Allyson admits she feels trapped in Haddenfield.
I'm just terrified to think what would happen if she were all alone if I left.
Corey has a blunter view of the situation.
I think both your parents got killed and your grandma feels guilty about it, so she's making you her child.
They're interrupted by Allison's ex-boyfriend, a douchey cop named Doug. We saw him earlier pulling her over and being guilty of having weak game.
You're under arrest for being the prettiest girl I know.
That's nice, Doug.
Doug starts to get in Allison's face, so Corey mad dogs out until he backs down. It's a far cry from his previous nervous demeanor, and it gets Allyson hot and horny. I mean, hotter and hornier. She started at a pretty high baseline already, you know? I love Andy Matichak's strong, assertive presence.
I'm trying to figure
Writer Paul Brad
I
Logan
wonder if
said
she
that
been-
Ends was meant to
I
be her
wonder
movie.
if she been in on that stuff before. Hold on a second. I feel like she should have been. Nah, this has been mainly her stuff she did. I don't know if I've ever heard her sons and any other stuff, but yeah, I guess these are her main movies. But anyway, I feel like she's been in a lot of stuff. Maybe this is her breakout, her known breakouts. Same with him, but I think he keeps a hard.
2018 being about Laurie and Kills focusing more on Karen. The two take a midnight motorcycle ride and Corey drops Allyson off at home. He seems to know he's being tailed by Officer Doug, so he leads the cop back to Michael's troll bridge. As Doug discovers the body of that vagrant, Corey sucker punches him and lures him into the sewers. This Michael man cave was actually a detailed set built by returning production designer Richard A. Wright. Lots of fun footage here, and the addition of real rats helps to sell the place. Oh yeah, speaking of Michael, we are now past the movie's midpoint,
right?
So it's high time we see him in action.
What is that?
That, sir, is a distraction face in a wall, since the real danger's crouching right behind it. And here he is!
Yep.
The shape's a bit out of shape, so Corey has to jump in and save him. Still, Michael's able to grab his knife and make the hot tag, teaching the core meister how it's done. As Corey holds Doug back, Michael slits his throat. It takes him a bit to get going, but soon, Mikey's back to his old stabby self. Wait, are the stabs healing him? I don't know, man. This movie's weird. A shaken Corey returns to Allyson to get his post-murder rocks off. Lori gets back and sees the two head upstairs, looking just like Judith and her boyfriend in the original. Oh, and who's that watching the Watcher? It's Michael. Green didn't want to make Corey Cunningham a straight-up villain. Instead, he looked at him as a way to explore what leads people to violence without having to delve into Michael Myers' backstory.
Yeah, this thing right here, I'll say this. It was an interesting one to see how it goes, but at the same time, it was part of this whole little obsession that folks have with villain origin story. It was kind of feeding into that as well too, because we're bad enough here. We got folks liking villains over heroes more than often these days. I don't know, because we had I don't know, it's because of the shit president we had a couple of years ago, Donald Trump, or whatever, but being the look at the leader of the USA, and most of the time they'll look at folks like him as a hero, so that may have turned away, who knows. Either way, or how folks look at folks who are heroes as not as much heroes these days. It's just, it sucks it's like that now, and it's kind of contribute to the whole villain origin story that folks are obsessed with these days. But other than that, besides that, it was pretty interesting how they developed this though. But I did have my mixed feeling with it.
To be honest, Michael Myers is a very difficult villain to write for because he doesn't talk and he doesn't have any backstory and he doesn't have any motivation.
He wanted to show how evil can develop in a community that neglects its own well-being. Corey's merely a symptom of Haddenfield's fear and hatred. Lori pays a visit to Lindsay, where she voices her suspicions about Corey.
Are we talking about Michael or this kid?
Michael's eyes in Corey.
Despite both appearing in Halloween Kills, Lindsay and Lori didn't share any scenes together.
Oh, wow.
Kyle Richards was grateful she got to act with Curtis
That's
here.
awesome.
The first time they've been on screen together since the OG Halloween. Lindsay introduces Lori to Jeremy's father, Roger, aka Mr. Allen. Unlike his wife, Roger doesn't blame Corey for what happened to their son.
Corey was
It's crazy to be like that though too, like how the husband is more understanding and not at fault with it. The wife was like, because it reminded me of the Power series, Power Book 3, Raise the Cannon, when Jukebox white girlfriend at times, a white girl, accidentally OD on a drug that was in her book bag that was from Canaan, and the mother was blaming her or anything. The father, on the other hand, was forgiving or anything, and it ended up having his wife had a divorce, and he's more concerned. The jukebox later in the series though as well, in later seasons as well too. So yeah, it was always crazy like that, how like the father's more concerned, more like understanding, and not blaming folks, not the super blaming the guy for this. They knew it was the accident and messed up as well too. So yeah, it's always like that. It was always interesting to see like that with situation when like series and movies that the father or the husband are more understanding than the mother at times. Sometimes it's been vice versa, but most of the time it's always been like the husband's more understanding with stuff as well too than the wife.
good kid.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine he'd be capable of hurting anyone on purpose.
But he did have a recent encounter that sounds an awful lot like Lori's.
And I pull up next to him, and he looks at me, and it's not him. At least not in the eyes.
Yep, it's official. Corey's inherited Michael's eyes, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. In the luxury district of Haddenfield, Allison's boss, Dr. Mathis, is living it up. Earlier, we saw her get passed up for a promotion in favor of her horny co-worker, Deb. Now Mathis is having Deb over for an after-hours checkup. Haha, you like what you see, Mathis?
Yeah.
His workplace dalliances are no secret. Just ask his old nurse Marcus and his wife Vanessa.
Your vulgar-ass boss acted inappropriately.
They used to work for that. They used to work for that before they got killed. Oh wow, that's like I like the connection they have with that.
I'm gonna quit that. Punch Dr. Mathis in the face.
While Mathis pours the wine, Deb Deb gets ready with a requisite psycho shower shot.
Dr. Mathis?
Damn, man, tough luck. You buying her robes and shit, and she's still calling you by your Mr. name. Deb hears a noise and discovers Mathis getting a Black Christmas corkscrew. It's Scarecrow Corey, just going to absolute town on that bagged head. For this kill, a Dr. Mathis dummy was created, capable of sucking on the plastic bag to simulate breathing.
That's
Looked
pretty
disturbingly real.
That would do too well.
Still gushing.
Deb manages to lock Corey out of the house, so murder mentor Michael steps in to clean up. He dispatches Deb with a classic bobby pin against the wall. Vintage Myers! And is he gonna do the head tilt? You know he's got it. There it is. Always with the head tilt.
I love James's wrestling references though, but still, man.
This is a great showcase of the characters' differing styles. Corey's kills are sloppy and messy, while Mikey My is the consummate professional. We cut to another moody motorcycle ride, and folks, I know I'm not alone in thinking / hoping it'd be Michael on the back of it. But no, it's just Allyson. She and Corey head to the local radio station, WURG The Urge. Wonder if it's the same station Barry Sims broadcast from. Green actually made a point of showing this location in Halloween Kills, since they knew they'd be visiting it in Ends. The couple makes like Robson and Jerome chilling up on the roof, where Corey tells Allyson he'll be her sinner in secret. Just take him to the feeling and run away with him. Run away with him! They're interrupted by DJ Willie the Kid, a Haddenfield truther whose voice has been all over this movie.
I think the man who escaped Smith Grove in 1978 was not the same man who killed all those people. The real Michael Myers was murdered that night, and the heavy breather with the mask was the same man who poisoned Pope John Paul I.
Lord.
He's quick to insult Allyson.
Yo, I gotta give props to this guy right here, because I followed him during his days in like Vines and YouTube stuff as well too. His name, if I can remember his name, is I think it's King, not King Bash. I don't think of King Bash, not him. It's King Karan something. Let me double check. Halloween. King Karan, yeah, that's his name, yeah, because he's been a lot. You probably recognize him more if he has beard. He usually have a beard time, but right here, like I say, he kind of reminds me of a mixture of young Mike Epps and D. Ray Davis on the kudo, for real. Like people probably would thought it was D. Ray first when they first saw it, but nah, this guy, he been like a lot of stuff in the viral days love too. It's always good seeing like guys you see in like viral videos like on Vine and nowadays TikTok as well too, getting like bigger roles, stuff like that. You know, Willie McLean from the new edition in the Power Book 2 was a Vine artist as well too, a Vine actor as well too. So yeah. Did like Vine skits, so yeah, it's always good seeing like folks like these get their shine on.
Which is the last straw for her in Haddenfield. She agrees to elope with Corey. Good timing too, since things are finally boiling over with his jealous mom.
Get out of my house!
Oh man, she's physically and possibly sexually abusive too? Now it makes sense why Green cited Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker as an inspiration. God, I need to get that movie on the kill count.
Whoa!
Timer. Come Halloween morning, Corey's crashing at the Allen house, leaping up.
Yeah, please do, because I'm like, what's up? You saw that, whoa.
On the blood spot Jeremy left. Gross. Lori drops by to probe him, warning that, much like a hard drive, evil can be external or internal.
Like a sickness. Or an infection.
Haha, drink! She thinks Corey's real sick with the Michael Myers bug, but he doesn't listen when she says to stay away from Allyson.
If I can't have her, no one will.
I'm not thrilled that the end of this trilogy randomly became Season of the Corey, but actor Rowan Campbell gives a fantastic performance. He sells all the shades of Corey's character, from shy and well-meaning to menacing and manipulative. Plus, he already knew how to ride a motorcycle. Everyone who worked with him kept saying how nice he was, a claim that held up when I met him at a convention earlier this year. I was cracking up watching some of his outtakes.
You fell on a glass of chocolate milk.
Yeah, I like chocolate milk, so what? It's my favorite treat, so I get chocolate milk.
Is he related to anybody? He related to somebody that has the same face. Like
Anyone who gave him hate because of this movie can suck. Yeah. I'm glad I got to be a part of Sabrina Carpenter's Taste, which I did a mini.
Oh, that's what he's on. Okay, I knew it was on something else. That was the other thing. Not the Hardy Boy, that video right here. But is he related to anybody? Cause like he's related to somebody that I seen like other stuff. Like I don't know. But yeah, nah. The only thing he did was like Hardy Boys in that video. Let me see if he look like the Hardy Boys. Trying to remember. I don't think I watched it. Just heard about it. Alright. Oh, he had a little longer hair. He had a little same kind of hair. Anyway, let's keep going.
to leave that night, then goes back into the sewers and wrestles Michael's mask away from him. Honestly, that's pretty embarrassing, Michael.
Just a man in a Halloween mask.
Back home, Allyson gets ready to skip town, despite Lori warning her that Corey's on a dark path. It causes Allyson to assimilate to the Lori hate train, blaming her for the death of her friends and parents. Damn, Lori getting it from all sides in this movie, even from Corey's creepy mom.
Because your boogeyman disappeared. They needed a new one.
Shut up, lady, before we call CPS. Corey never makes it to his and Allison's runaway rendezvous, since he gets too distracted vandalizing Terry's ride. The teens track him to the salvage yard and decide to fuck with his bike out of revenge. And Ronald's too busy watching Hard Target to give a Van Damme. While they're distracted, Corey stealth kills the mulligan Billy with a drumstick. He paradid him in. Corey chases the bullies with a truck in a scene reminiscent of another Carpenter movie, Christine. In fact, Corey was inspired by and named after.
I'm not watching shop
that
right there.
movie's protagonist, Arnie Cunningham, a similarly bullied outcast, who also takes a dark turn. One teen.
Alright, I'm closing windows before we go further to make sure it ain't causing it being choppy, but yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway. Alright, we're back. Let's keep going.
Stacy manages to escape, but Margot gets absolutely steamrolled and trapped underneath a chain link fence. Sucks to see it happen. She's definitely been the nicest of the
What's your
problem with this kid?
I remember that. Like, she was like the one that was trying to tell him to stop messing with him, but, you know, sadly guilty by association.
At a certain point, it's on her for continuing to hang out with them. She's played by Joey Harris, just seen on the kill count as goth girl Tamara and Lisa Frankenstein. Stacy
Eventually be seeing that down the line. We'll see.
Stacy tries to free Margot, but gets attacked by Corey with a monkey wrench. Terry runs to the office for help, so Ronald gives the high schooler a gun and leaves to confront Corey. He tries to reason with his stepson, but Terry's too trigger happy. No! Damn it, Ron! Your heart was too big. Terry walks over and finds Stacy's bludgeoned body against a pole, having been killed by that monkey wrench. He'd rather leave than suffer this, but still tries to free Margot. Corey attacks him before he can with a welding torch, using it to give this hothead a fatal hothead. For this kill, Nelson helped build an insane body double of Terry. Torching it was
that
an
is too damn
unsettling
good.
experience for Campbell.
This crazy thing happens when you work with Chris Nelson, is the head is so real that when you're doing it, it's just the most disturbing, disgusting thing.
It's a shame it's out of focus in the final scene, but, you know, I get it. Art. Corey finishes his salvage yard slaughter by pancaking Margot's head and running her over with his truck. I love this gross fake head they filled with friggin' pasta. Wow, this movie's BTS is gorier than the film.
Yeah.
Corey heads back home where Mama Cunningham is having a night in. Ooh, is she drying Elmer's glue on her hands to peel it off? That was always the best. Corey grabs a kitchen knife in an homage to the original's opening scene and then kills his mother completely off screen. We do get a shot of her body later, though. Mrs. Cunningham's death was originally a much longer tribute to Bob's death in the OG Black Christmas, with rowdy trick-or-treaters at the door instead of carolers. Seriously rowdy, too. They're about to burn this fucking place down. The sequence was ultimately cut for pacing reasons. Corey continues his Halloween mischief at the radio station, where Willie the Kid is broadcasting a show. He's stopped by Willie's receptionist, played by Diana Prince, aka Darcy the Mail Girl, from the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs. She's quickly dispatched in the background, with Willie too busy jamming out to notice. Darcy's death was another scene left on the cutting room floor, but in the BTS, it looks like it was yet another spin on Bob's death from the original. Corey then interrupts Willie's broadcast with a headbash and leaves his jaw on the floor. Oh my god, and then he cuts his tongue off with scissors? Oh, that's gonna leave a record scratch. Props to actor Kieran Harris for wearing this gnarly and uncomfortable prosthetic.
Can you breathe in that? Barely.
While this third act murder spree is full of sick kills, I get why fans were disappointed they weren't done by Michael. Watching Corey carve up Haddenfield is like watching Roy Burns in the hockey mask all over again. And to their credit, it seems like everyone knew this was a gamble. Green warned Campbell when he was cast that a lot of people would hate his character. A forlorn Lori is back home alone. Allyson may be ignoring her, but sensing she has someone else's attention, Lori sets up a trap. She uses a pumpkin for some fake-out violence that draws Corey out into the open. That's right, this is Lori goddamn Strode, and Corey should have thought of that. Now he's got a couple of bullets in his body. Lori's got him dead to rights, but as Allyson returns, Corey figures, hey, if you can't kill him, frame him. When Allyson gets inside, she finds Lori looking guilty, and since he had primed her for it, believes that she just murdered Corey. A devastated Allyson flees into the night, leaving Lori to cry in the kitchen. There's no rest for the wicked, though, since Michael Prime is here to keep this Myers match going. Corey's still kicking after that neck stab, so Michael turns it into a neck snap to properly add him to the count. Meanwhile, Allyson discovers the Halloween havoc Corey's caused around town. It makes her realize she probably backed the wrong person in Corey v. Laurie. Laurie and Michael finally have their climactic confrontation. It's got boot choking, shin kicking, head banging, and dish breaking. He sticks a knitting needle in her ear, finally getting payback for the first time she ever damaged him all those years ago. Then he almost gives her a garbage disposal manicure. She manages to recover and pins him to the table using his own knife. She finishes the kitchen crucifixion with another knife, and then a whole gosh darn refrigerator. With Michael restrained, Laurie removes his mask so she can Halloween ends him.
I thought maybe you were the boogeyman. No, you're just a man who's about to stop breathing.
She slits his throat, but this is Michael fucking Myers. He laughs in the face of a kill graphic. He rips his hand free and starts choking Laurie out, which she doesn't seem totally upset about.
Do it.
It kicks off a montage of clips that goes all the way back to the original. And in one version of the script, Laurie actually died here. Green and his co-writers came up with several different endings, including two where Corey survived. One saw him redeemed, and another had him officially take up the Myers mantle. Several drafts.
I said that. I thought they was going to do like have maybe a successor or something like that, but.
Also included the Silver Shamrock Factory, but it was ultimately vetoed for fear of being too fan-servicey. In this, the theatrical canonical timeline, Laurie is saved at the last minute by Allyson. She swoops in and breaks Michael's arm. Holy humorous! As Allyson watches, Laurie very deliberately slits Michael's wrists, then offers him comfort as he bleeds out. Not sure why, that guy was a dick. Jamie Lee Curtis served as executive producer and helped craft the film, especially with regards to her character's story. The final showdown in particular was important to her.
As long as it doesn't look like a movie fight.
While Ashley Ray Trisler did some of her stunts, Curtis insisted on doing most of them herself, including when her head goes through a glass cabinet.
I want it to be on camera. I want it to be me. I want it to be real. That feels important to me.
She came up with the garbage disposal beat and got plenty of real cuts and bruises scrapping with James Jude Courtney.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sneeze.
Sorry, Jim. Sorry.
It was not only physically demanding, but emotionally as well, since Curtis was leaving Laurie Strode behind for the final time.
Everything good in my life.
Yeah. You gotta think about that though. It's like a character you like, you know, that was like your breakout character that made you who you are. 'Cause, you know, people, you know, she's the original Scream Queen. 'Cause not only that, she's been on a lot of other movies like Prom Night and many other. Was she doing Terror Train? I think she's on Terror Train too. I could be wrong. Was she on Terror Train? Hold on. I thought I was Terror Train. She was on there, right? Oh, I'm wrong. Yep, she was on Terror Train, and you know, yeah, Vandy was on there. I was like, Vandy was on there as well too. But yeah, she was on Terror Train, the Prom Nights, the original Prom Night. Yeah, she was the OG Scream Queen for a while. Yeah, so something that got you started in film and character that you're going to drop soon. That would you know, get emotional. You know, it was almost like a TV show been on a long time and finally was closing.
Is from Laurie Strode. Nothing in my life doesn't trace back to Laurie Strode, and so to say goodbye to her permanently is incredibly emotional.
Frank arrives with backup and finds the carnage at Laurie's house. He's here to check if Michael's gotten a kill graphic yet.
He's dead.
Oh, so yes on the graphic?
Not dead enough.
Oh, okay. I'll hold off for now. I've been missing Frank this movie, but not as much as I miss Sheriff Barker, who finally returns to condone their plan for vigilante justice.
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
When I saw this dude in Halloween 2018, I was hoping he'd get more prominent in the sequels, not less. Major letdown. The Haddenfolk come together in a funerary procession that includes Sandra and her sister, as well as Julian from 2018.
Right.
See, Jeremy, if you had behaved, you could have wound up here. The parade ends at the salvage yard, where the crowd carries Michael like he were Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I just hope they got the right guy this time, because they definitely fucked up the last time around. It was like Reddit and the Boston Bomber all over again. His body is brought to an industrial shredder, which Allyson has the honor of powering up. As the townsfolk watch, Laurie kicks Michael's body in, and yep, that should just about do it. Michael Myers is dead. May he rest in pieces.
So
in
Michael
the aftermath,
Mulch.
Allyson makes her peace with Laurie before leaving Haddenfield to start afresh. As for Laurie, she finishes her book with an uncertain goodbye to Michael Myers.
I've said goodbye to my boogeyman. But the truth is, evil doesn't die.
it changes shape.
She answers a knock at the door to find Frank, and as the two of them tiptoe into a relationship, the movie's played out by one last rendition of Don't Fear the Reaper. Did the student become the master in this battle of the Myerses? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Here we go. Lord, all his Halloween kill counts videos.
That was weird. I gotta get to the numbers. There were 18 kills in Halloween Ends, with Corey scoring 10 of them. Michael only had 3. There were 11 male victims and 7 female, giving us this Evil Pies Tonight chart. Compared to the rest of the franchise, Halloween Ends' kill count is right near the middle. Here, it's easier if we order them by number of kills. There we go, it's 6th out of 13 movies. That is, as long as all the kills I counted stay counted, David! With a runtime of 110 minutes, Halloween Ends had a kill on average every 6.11 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to the main man, Michael Myers. Michael has survived a lot in this franchise, so I appreciate the extra effort to ensure his death is final. The almost ready for lamest kill will go to Mrs. Cunningham, who was way too important to Corey to go out with an off-screen kill. And that's it. Halloween Ends came out in 2022 and included Blumhouse's involvement with the franchise. I can't wait to see what shape it takes next. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
Hey, be good people. It's Dead Meat Video. Hey, we're the team at Dead Meat Video.
Which
Here
one is
for the
it?
last time now that streaming has destroyed the rental industry.
Wait, what? That's right, we're closing, and everything must go. But I just bought a house.
So while we're crushed by the endless march of progress,
you can join us for VHS
Beyond. Yup.
This time, our wraparound is a documentary about aliens called Abduction Adduction.
In terms of human nature, there is more thrill in pursuing something than in catching something.
Unless it's catching a tape that leaves you confused and disgusted.
It's grotesque.
Dream Girl takes us to big bad Bollywood through the peepers of some paparazzi. A nosy photographer gets the scoop of a lifetime on a rising star. But the dirt he digs up means it's R.I.P. to TMZ.
Do you want a selfie?
Fur Babies pits a PETA posse against the epitome of pure evil.
Welcome to Doggy Dream House, the happiest place in all the land.
But these activists will bite off more than they can chew toy in this segment from Christian and Justin Long.
Today has been an exciting day.
Stork is a game of cops versus aliens from Thanksgiving 3's Jordan Downey.
What?
Don't let that fool you, because this segment knows how to let the body cams hit the...
I don't blame you, James. I don't blame you, James. I said, hit the book and say, what? I don't blame you, James.
What about the chainsaw?
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Kill count when I get to it.
Stowaway sends us deep into the Mojave Deserts in a tape directed by Kate Siegel and written by Mike Flanagan.
Saw a bunch of little alien footprints.
It follows a
There's a lot of well-known names we're hearing that behind these movies.
It's incredible.
But soon she'll realize the true gravity of her situation.
Live and Let Dive brings VHS to new heights, literally.
My kids are going to lose their fucking shit when they see this.
But an unexpected party crasher is about to put the die into skydiving.
Oh, it's a fucking UFO! So this week, say goodbye to rental fees and VHS tapes.
And on Friday, say hello to the digital future.
No! I will die before I let streaming take over. And I'm taking you both with me. Angela, open the airlock!
Lord.
That's
disgusting.
Just Beyond can currently be watched on the pictured streaming platforms. Demi always recommends you watch the movie for yourself before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own properly informed opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of watching a film.
Thanks a lot for watching this Halloween Ends kill count. This has got to be the most requested episode in the past year or more. I mean, probably since it came out 2 years ago. We couldn't cover it for a while because of copyright issues we were dealing with. And then we were considering it, and the strike happened, and after a while it was like, well, we'll just do it in October. Even though I'm back by the time you're watching this, this is the very last thing I'm filming before I'm going to Tokyo and Seoul. Like, I leave tomorrow in, I don't know, like 10 hours to go to Japan and Korea.
Alright, so there you have it though. Good luck intro. And there you have it though, your special Halloween edition of Dead Meat Kill Count as well too. You know, there's time I used to do this. They usually different, but I will probably still do a Films Friday Kill Count for Friday as well too, which is eventually pretty much will be the VHS. We'll be doing VHS 85. And if I do it the next week, I'm gonna hold off on the poll week and this cap off the VHS series, so I can so won't leave it alone unless y'all want me to do. I might pull a poll out to see if y'all want me to continue it or make a poll week after this week. Other than that, if you like my reaction to this, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.